Hey, this is Inanna at EdenZone.net. Here's a little story I like to tell you. It was a good day. I was sitting at home. I was relaxing. I was in full disguise this time. Didn't nobody know what I was up to. I was really laid out. And I heard a knock in my parlor. So I thought about it and I read my cards. I didn't even have to get up. I just went in there to see who would be sitting in my parlor on that day. It was strange. This guy was sitting up in my parlor. He was holding this thing on hammer. And he said, my kids is acting out so bad, you can just look at me and tell what I'm about to do to them. They have tore up the house. They just did everything to me. And I need you, and I need you. Of course, I said, yo, we good friends. I'll do it. So I followed him home. I ran, he ran, I ran behind him, and he took me the shortcut way. And we astroplaned. And at that point, I was like, wow, this guy is way faster than me. He can ride. But as our journey, went forward, I realized he was pulling me, and that's why. So when we got there, we threw a little sacrifice to the reptilian that lived at the beginning of the gate. And then I followed them, and then I followed them on. And when I followed him, he was peeking and stuff, and he was like, don't be talking about my house. We got to the house, the kids come running out the house looking all crazy. I didn't know what to think of the kids. I was like, oh, my God. Is that Sue? I couldn't believe that Sue was doing that. Then I saw his son fall out the door. He looked like he had been hit with a Mack truck. He could barely walk. I was like, they must all be on drugs. He looked out the door. He said, come on in. Now you see why I called you over here. Because things have gotten really strange. See, we all had them over here chilling. I looked. When I got in there, their parents were sitting up in the corner. They was in a daze. They was upset. But they were so dazed out, they could not respond. And look at the kids. The kids was crazy. And I was like, whoa. He was like, it's this video. He showed me the video. I seen that video. I started laughing a little bit. I was like, nah, not this guy. I went to the back door. And what did I see? His son out there trying to do a messed up version of the Michael Jackson Thriller scene. It was more than I could stand. I was like, okay, I see you got a real problem with that video they've been watching. So, I charge cheap. I struck them with a little bit of lightning. And after that, they was all good. And they was good little kids running around playing. And everything was all right. So after they ran off in the woods, then me and him sat down and we smoked a peace pipe and everything was all right that night. And he made me a special thing, a ayahuasca. So join and stay tuned for the next episode of Inanna Speaks.